Welcome again on this channel named Injustice Survivor. And today, it's going to be the last video on this topic named Influence on Life of an Injustice Survivor. So, before starting today's video, we are going to have a look at what was the topics and elements we have discussed earlier in our last and second video. So, first factor was self-confidence. The second was failure. The third was emotional stability. The fourth was temperament. And the fifth was grudge. Let's see what we have for today's video and what we are going to discuss first today. Our first topic, our first factor, what we are going to discuss today is complex. The structure of life is not the same for everyone. The circumstantial stories and incidents are also meant to be different for each and every person. And even there is a big concern of different personalities, different talents, and different mentalities. Some people are also there to face the feeling of complex. They can sort out and judge that in a certain situation how to react or speak. So they easily allows others to read on them. Afterwards, they have already become actually the patients of complex. Vanity. So what is vanity? One of the movie I have seen, and it was more about the Satan who has accepted that vanity is my favorite sin. Okay. Anyways, We're going to talk about vanity. Vanity is actually the opposite of complexity. Complete opposite, but still negative. Because of having a weak stability level on our emotions and feelings, some people don't know how much amount of reaction they should maintain, they should show with expressing or explaining some certain type of emotions or feelings. They don't know sometimes, but they start overreacting. A gradual repetition of this task creates a feeling of vanity in themselves, actually, a disability of vanity in themselves. And how they are always loud, bossy, overconfident, and arrogant. This all is actually the generation of vanities. If someone is very bossy with talking everyone, he's very arrogant in most of the times, and most of the people have noticed he's actually a patient of vanity. Understanding, or you somehow can say understanding, or you somehow can say misunderstanding. All the relations of this concerned person have to face the consequences also. Actually, these are the people who are facing lots of disadvantages of being related to this person, but there are just a few advantages because his understanding has almost vanished. He is just crippled in a bunch of all these negativities. So he does not know how others are feeling about him and because of him. So this is also one of the problem an injustice survivor is supposed to face, being an injustice survivor. Decision making. No one can rely on decisions taken by this person as he is disturbed mentally, socially, and emotionally. He might be not a bad person and doesn't have a bad persona by himself, but some incidents he could not control or get rid of makes him a bad person, makes him a bad person with a negative feeling and impression. No one can rely on his judgments and power of decision making. So no one can just rely on him for anything concrete. So he has to get more and more and more deeper level of injustice survival. What is sociopathism? A sociopath person is actually a person who does not feel guilty about anything. Actually, it's a psychological term. He has a psychological disorder. Sociopathism is actually a psychological disorder. When you stop feeling guilty, so you have become a sociopath. Being a sociopathic is actually mental and psychological disorder. It is very dangerous a disability which does not even allow you to get corrected for anything. No one can stop a sociopath from anything wrong he wants to do it. It is actually the peak level of all the negativities I have mentioned earlier in today's video, last one, and the second last video. So, yeah, sociopathism is actually a topic we can have a whole video, and in future, I would might talk about it in more details because it's a very dangerous mental and psychological disorder. So, what is today's question? What do you think, according to your perspective, according to your opinion, does anyone deserve to have all the time or to experience all the time these all anti qualities in his personality? And if someone have, how we can be helpful to have some repair work? Thank you once again for your time, and let's meet up with another topic in next video. Thank you. Have a good day.